Seth had this weird idea where we're going to do a reaction to
the most dangerous subject on the planet. Women. Welcome aboard. All right, so there's a guy. He is the most brilliant man in the history of the planet. And no, it's not Einstein. It is a guy, I don't even know his name, but he's famous for the Crazy Hot Matrix.
Yes.
And so we actually recorded a video reaction to the Crazy Hot Matrix, but it didn't record somehow. So we're actually going to do a reaction to the reaction video of the Crazy Hot Matrix. So let me pull this up. Here we go. All right, this lady is a trauma educator.
So does she educate people on how to be traumatized?
No, how to deal with it.
Does she educate? Okay, so, but whose trauma? I mean, is she like an educator for herself, meaning that, like she creates all the trauma and then she tells you how you should feel about it? Because that seems pretty accurate.
I don't have a clue, but this is our very first reaction video, and we're doing a reaction to a reaction.
Yeah. To technically a reaction. I mean, that's how he got his data.
Well,
So it's a reaction to a reaction to a reaction.
Well, let's react. Here we go.
So this is the universal hot crazy matrix. It's everything a young man needs to know about women.
Oh no.
Right off the bat.
The crazy hot matrix, everything a man.
Right off the bat, her voice reminds me of Elaine Boozler, I think her name is.
You mean from Seinfeld?
Yes.
Elaine Bennis.
Bennis, thank you.
Yeah. Oh, no. And she's crazy. Not only the character, but the actress.
Yeah. But I literally, the first 30 seconds here, I'm looking at her going, yeah, she sounds like she's on that scale somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's in that laugh. If I was on a date and I heard that laugh, I would be running if I had a.
I'd hope the bathroom has windows.
Oh God, yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I'm
Man needs to know about a woman. Okay, brace yourself.
I've developed this on my own over 46 years of living on the earth. So
He
this is how
developed
it
it on
works.
his own.
You have your crazy axis
One thing
and your hot axis.
You don't have to pause it.
And great camera.
Hot is, as usual, measured from 0 to 10. We're
I'm
all
older
familiar
than
with
this
that.
I'm so sad.
Crazy.
I'm a little bit
is measured
nervous.
from 4 to 10 because, of course, there's no such thing as a woman who's not at least a 4 crazy.
There's not a woman who's not at least a 4 crazy. Where's the quiz? I need to find out what I am.
4.
The fact that she thinks there's a quiz
she's crazy.
puts her at the crazy level.
Oh yeah, she's absolutely at a 4 right off the bat to think that there's a quiz. There's no quiz.
Yeah.
The XY chromosome combination gives you insight into the XX chromosome that an XX chromosome cannot fathom.
Well, I think the idea is here that there's this definitive answer, and it's like, no, my crazy is not the same as your crazy type of thing.
Oh, absolutely.
And I don't know about you, but I'm looking at her and I'm like, yeah, she's higher than a 4.
And she had that cackle again.
Yeah.
That cackle brings her to at least a 5 or 6 crazy.
Yeah.
I'm thinking right off the bat.
I couldn't live with the cackle.
No, I could not.
4 to 10.
4 to 10.
This is your hot crazy line right here. Very important that you keep in mind
So crazy starts at 4, but hot starts at 0.
Yes.
the hot crazy line is. As a rule, this is your no-go zone. We do not hang around and date and marry women who are not, at least in our mind, a 5.
Now, did you see her head? She just tilted the head forward like a dog that has never heard that sound. She's showing me signs of craziness that she doesn't even know she has.
Well, the thing is, it's our mind as a 5. My 5 might not be the same as your 5.
Correct.
My 5 might be your 0. And I think the idea that she's like incredulous about like a 5. Well, I think that's fair.
Well, I would say on an attractive scale, she's at least a 7.
Yeah, she's attractive. She's attractive.
But I'm feeling the crazy vibe.
Well, and there's the thing. It's not just looks. Hot doesn't mean looks.
No, it does not.
All you women out there, all two of you that are listening, hot doesn't mean looks.
It's the whole package.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it's like, you know, you can, with personality, I mean, have you ever seen those women, those people, you know, it could be guys too, but women who, they're not the most attractive, but they just have charisma and personality and stuff.
Absolutely.
And that bumps the whole package up.
I don't care what you look like. If I want to spend every waking minute with you, you're hot. End of story.
Why,
And I
thank
am
you, Jeremy.
not talking to you, Seth. I'm talking to all the singles of women that are out there.
I wonder if that's true. A no-go zone is a woman who's not at least a 5 in their mind. Okay, if you have a woman who you think is less than a 5, I kind of want to know, but then that's horrible. I don't want to know.
You don't go here. We just rule this out. Life is better this way. That's the way it is.
I wonder how many people watch this and go, well, what's your hot scale? How come your video's so blurry so we can't tell and judge you?
Above a 5.
Okay.
That was rude.
Yeah, no, well, here's the thing. Women have a different scale. He does have a scale for women. And basically, anything above a 5 that has significant money, that's a 10.
Yeah.
That is the marriage zone.
Well, and I'm looking at the guy, and I'm not a judge of guys. Absolutely not a judge of guys.
No,
But he
he's not
doesn't look bad.
He's not a bad looking guy.
I mean, granted, I look in the mirror and I look like hell, but he doesn't look bad.
You know, here's the thing. Have you ever seen those really dumpy guys? And you're just, I mean, they're just blah, and they're just a big tub of garbage. And they have
Every
a
day.
girlfriend or a wife who is just stunningly hot. It's not him. It's not the personality. He has a really big bank account. I'm telling you. Okay, I am making no illusions, but I can't be sued on this. I just have 3 words. Anna Nicole Smith. Done, okay? All right, here we go.
5 and to about an 8, and below the crazy line, this is your fun zone. You can hang out here and meet these girls and spend time with them. That's your fun zone, but keep in mind when you're in the fun zone, you want to move out of the fun zone to a more permanent location.
You want to move out of the fun
That's
zone.
the fun zone above a 5, hot, below an 8, hot, and below the crazy line. This means these are most of the time not crazy, okay?
You know, those are basically, I went out to the bar and maybe somewhere along the line before I go home, I learn your name.
Wow.
Maybe a couple dates.
Wow. Really? Really?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not. To be fair, I am absolutely not qualified for these kind of discussions.
Most of the time, not crazy. I consider myself not a crazy person, but I could think watching something like this for too long would make me feel very crazy and agitated.
You want to
So
take
she
this
can't
one?
take a joke.
Oh, absolutely not.
I mean, she feels agitated by watching a guy who's just kind of joking and talking.
Well, for me, her saying this would drive me crazy. That is the proof enough for me that she is crazy.
I'm putting it out there for all the couple women that listen to this. Humor, both directions.
No, absolutely.
Sarcasm. You know what? I mean, you got to be able to laugh at yourself, because if you can't laugh at yourself, no one else is going to laugh.
Yeah, I'm, you know, like I said, she's a 7 looks. I'm raising up the crazy scale on her to maybe a 6. I'm thinking at this point.
She's definitely a solid 6 in my book. Right
I'm
absolutely
6 crazy.
yes.
7 looks. 6 crazy.
If
so
we're going
she's-
for just looks, yeah, 7. But I don't know the rest of her to decide.
No,
if
no,
I've
no,
got
no.
to carry 8 of her bags through the airport, and I mean the mental airport, not the real one, that number drops really quick on the hot scale. We'll see.
crazy. We'll see.
I'm trying. I'm trying
I'm
to
sure
give her a
she's
benefit
probably
of the doubt.
nice, you know.
Yeah.
Above the crazy line, we have the danger zone. This is your redheads, your strippers, anyone named Tiffany.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I think there's that movie where the girl comes in and she's all crazy and she's throwing things and breaking things and licking the guy's face and he doesn't want anything to do with her and he's trying to get her out of the apartment.
Yeah, that's called Saturday Night in my youth.
I'm interested in what movie she's talking about, to be brutally honest.
Here's the thing. First off, I have a theory because he was talking about Tiffany. My theory is I, E, or Y. Now, I have a close personal friend. I have promised her that I would not mention her or anything having to do with the Porsche, which that much alone, she'll want to kill me. She doesn't subscribe to the show, but I am going to send her this episode. So she's fuming right about 3, 2, 1 now. But I forgot where I was going with this. We had a whole thing. I had a whole thing that I invented back then. If your first name ends in I, E, or Y, your Bambis, your Tracys, your Tiffany's,
Jody.
your Jody, anything that ends in I, E, or Y, you've got a crazy thing going.
I got one that doesn't end in IE or Y.
Yeah.
Trisha. And I'm just going to leave it there.
Oh, Trisha. What's a nickname for
we're just
Trisha?
leaving it
Tracy. Tracy's crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
Absolutely nuts.
Okay, so I know the danger zone.
Hairdressers. This is where your car gets keyed.
hairdressers are
You get a
crazy.
bunny in the pot. Your tires get slashed, and you wind up in jail. Now that we have some of the chart filled in, we got a couple more pieces.
She agreed.
She agreed. And I will say this. Strippers, look-wise, can be 10s. They are 10 crazy. They really should be in the no-go zone. They're definitely in the danger zone.
Well,
No, I'm sorry. No,
hold on.
that is the danger zone. 10-10, that's danger zone.
hold on.
I've been there.
I got to admit, if you're a stripper, and we may have one out there, who knows? I am absolutely accepting. I've never felt the pull to go, no pun intended. But, I'm absolutely accepting. You do what you have to do. Maybe you got kids, maybe you're putting yourself through school, maybe you're just trying to make ends meet, whatever. But it shouldn't be a career goal. It should be I'm
No.
making ends meet goal.
Well, I have learned, if I have learned anything in life from you, Jeremy, okay,
Uh-oh.
it's this. Looks
I'm nervous.
don't last forever,
Hey,
but bees
hey.
last forever. Bees
Oh.
last forever.
Oh, hey.
Put in. But at this point, understand something. This is not a static environment. This is a situation where you have got to use this matrix over time to develop some reliable data. It's like a dope chart, okay? Because at any moment in time, any woman that you have previously located on this chart can vanish from that location and appear anywhere else on.
So let's plot women on a chart for our assumptions and judgments about how they look and how they behave. And oh my gosh, they might move on the chart and suddenly become crazy. I wonder who's making them crazy.
She's got a point, but at the same time, if I'm making him crazy, I don't want to be around him. You're absolutely right, ma'am. If I'm the catalyst of this problem, I need to remove the catalyst.
Well, you know what gets me is she's acting like men judge women by the way they look and act. Yeah.
And so do women.
And so do women. Women judge men.
Oh, no, women judge women, too.
Oh, women are worse on women.
yeah.
Who judges women more harshly? It's definitely women. Women just judge women.
A woman
way
can
harsher.
come in and stab you in the chest and then apologize. And 2 weeks later, you're going to be like, well, it hurt, but, we'll get through it. But, if a girl walks in and she's got the same outfit on at a party, they're going to be enemies forever.
Well, here's the difference, and I heard this elsewhere. If a guy goes up to a guy and says, hey, you know what? I want to get a girl just like yours. The other guy will be like, hey, dude, I hope you find one just like mine. That'll be great. You deserve a woman as good as mine. if a woman goes up to a girlfriend and says, I would like a man just like yours, the response is always, you better stay away from my man.
Or they immediately drag up everything that man has ever done.
Oh, yeah.
And why they're not worth it.
Oh, yeah. Well, what is with women bringing up stuff from the past and arguments? I mean,
Guys do it to a certain extent.
no. I think I told you. I went out to a restaurant a couple weeks ago, and I saw two people sitting at a table. They were clearly a couple, and they were arguing. And one guy said, hey, this is what I'm thinking, and came up with rational thoughts and a great argument. And then the other person came up with an equally rational point, and going back and forth between the two, you were just like, wow, this is a rational argument. I've got to say.
This is communication at its best.
Yeah, this was a gay couple.
Well, there you go.
It was rational. It wasn't like, oh, remember 5 years ago when you did this.
Well, but, just the other day, we were told that we were a good couple at Roadhouse.
Oh, I forgot about that. We went to dinner and the waitress thought we were a couple.
Which, to be fair, we sat at a table across and apart from each other.
Well, how else are we going to sit? We're at the only thing we had in common was the table.
Yeah.
By the way, that was a great steak.
It was. It was a good dinner.
Fantastic dinner.
I actually famously, I don't like restaurants. I'm not a big fan. I've never walked away from any restaurant. Well, I shouldn't say any, but most restaurants. And that, I felt good about spending that kind of money.
Well,
you know what? I had a good steak. It was a good steak. The waitress was nice. Everybody was friendly. It was a little bit of a long wait there, but everything else was good. And you know what?
Fair,
I walked away feeling like it was really worth your money.
It was a Saturday night, and I paid. And tell you what, I would be glad next paycheck to take you back again, because that was such a great meal. I don't mind paying double for that. I don't mind at all. All right,
anyway, back to this lady.
What you have to do is, over time, collect some data. And once you have a cluster of data points,
Cluster
you
of
can begin to
data.
consider that reliable. Now,
She's some sort of
moving
educator.
on,
She should know what a cluster
you
of data
have
is.
Yes,
this zone here. This is below the crazy
she doesn't
line,
realize it's a scatter.
above an 8 hot.
Okay, this whole thing is horrible, right? But it's really funny, and you can really see how it does make sense, unfortunately. Sometimes, I'm a woman, and not sometimes I'm a woman. I am a woman, and sometimes I am embarrassed by my other female friends.
She does the same thing as her female friends.
Yeah.
She does.
Yeah.
She just doesn't want to admit it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just, yeah.
So, yeah, I can see how this makes sense. And it's funny, and I hate it at the same time.
But still,
But even she rationally has to understand it makes sense.
Well, the interesting thing is there's a typical woman thing. It's funny and I hate it. When was the last time you hated something and thought it was funny? When was the last time you thought something was funny and just thought it was funny? When was the last time you hated something and hated it?
That's a great, when I think something's funny, it's funny.
Yeah.
And I like really, blue humor, if you know what that is. It's just really like, if it gets crass, it's just funny as heck.
Yeah.
And I'm not one of those, like, if somebody is making fun of me or my background or my group's background or whatever, I don't get insulted, because I've always thought you got to laugh at yourself before you can laugh at anybody
I'm a
else.
certifiable redneck, and I think it's great when anybody brings it up and jokes about it.
Here we go.
about a 7 crazy. This is your date zone. You can stay in the date zone indefinitely. These are women that you introduce to your friends and your family. They're good looking, and they're reasonably not crazy most of the time. Okay, so you can stay here indefinitely. Now,
All right, target date zone.
above an 8 hot and between about a 7 and a 5 crazy, this is your wife zone. Okay, when you meet this girl, you should consider a long-term relationship. This zone is not scaled to size. This is a representation and not an actual. This is not a pie chart showing you.
It's not a pie chart.
Simply a representation of what you're after. You want to be 5 to 7 crazy, above an 8 hot.
5 to 7 crazy, above an 8 hot. He put a
You know, the problem is over time, as he mentioned before, that 5 to 7 crazy,
Can
8 to
shift
10
up
hot,
and low.
it can go any direction.
Absolutely.
And over time, they tend to get crazier and crazier.
lot of time into this.
Below 5 crazy and above an 8 hot. This is your unicorn zone. These things don't exist.
Has anybody done this for men in like alpha male and toxic masculinity?
Actually, we did.
He did. And it's so simple. Anything above a 5 that has money, that's
They're a 10.
that's the marriage zone for a woman. That absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely, he did.
I love how in our society it's like totally cool to like judge all the ladies.
Keep it alive. We'd like to study it.
Once again, she has that little smug. It's like, okay, you are judging other women way harsher than you judge men by far. I guarantee you that. And you know what else I judge, Jeremy?
What's that?
We had just talked about this in our last recorded video, but I'm going to pretend we hadn't. I'm going to check just
Especially
in case
considering you didn't hit record and we didn't record it.
There you go. Remember last time we got together, we were at, I think it was 46 subscribers, and we were like, whoever's the 50th really needs to let us know who you are so we can thank you. Well, before we could put the video out, we hit 50 subscribers.
That's true.
So it was kind
And
of
if you
moot.
happen to know, I mean, maybe they were paying attention. They saw 49, they subscribed, they were 50.
Well, I did
If
see
you
one
happen to know,
I did
let
see
us know
one
who that
person
is.
say, hey, I subscribed, but I didn't know if they were the 50th. Well, right now we are at 59 subscribers. We want to hit 60. And so this is the second video recorded today, actually the third, but we forgot to hit the record button.
Yeah.
If you are the
Hold on.
60th...
We?
Teachers in train stations win. Teachers in train stations lost. It's a group effort.
We? I didn't say it's your fault. I said I'm going to blame you. There's a difference.
You are correct on that. If you are the 60th, subscriber, let us know you are the 60th subscriber. Don't just say I subscribed. Okay, we don't know which subscriber you are.
Yep.
You could be the 63rd.
Yep.
Or you could be the 61st. Let us know you're the 60th subscriber. We want to personally thank you. If it's okay with you, just say, hey, I subscribed. I'm your 60th subscriber. Yes, it's okay to say thank you on the air. And we want to thank you personally. So at the end of the day, I think she learned something. I'm hoping she learned something, that this guy is a genius, and he's right. There's nothing he said I can argue with.
You're right.
You're right. And with that,
We'll see you at the next stop.